Hi everyone, in this video we are looking at calculating percentage profit and loss. Okay, so here's our example. Let's say I buy a jacket for £50 and I later sell it for £60. What's my percentage profit and loss? And I think you all know this, that profit is when you make money after selling something, and obviously a loss is the opposite. So if I buy something for £50 and I sell it for £60, I've made a £10 profit. But the question is asking me to calculate it as a percentage. Okay, so we're going to make it nice and easy for you. In order for us to calculate this, we're going to use something called a formula. And all you've got to do, I've done the hard bit, all you've got to do is just put the numbers in the right place. So it's the new price, take away the old price, divided by the old price, and then the answer you get, you multiply it by 100. And I'll show you what I mean now. So I buy a jacket for £50, that's my old price, and I'm now selling it for £60, that's my new price. So it's quite simple. So the new price is 60, the old price is £50, and divided by the old price again, and I'm going to multiply this by 100. So 60 take away 50 is £10, divided by 50, still we're going to multiply by 100. Now I'm not going to multiply by 100 just yet. The easy thing to do, or the best thing to do, is to simplify this until you can't simplify any more and then multiply it by 100. And the reason for that is sometimes we get quite big numbers here. Actually, I think I'll show you in another example. You get a relatively large number, and when you start playing around with all these zeros, it gets very confusing. So always remember to simplify first, and then when you can't simplify any more, then multiply it by 100. So let's simplify this. We can divide both by 10. That gives us 1/5 times 100. That's easy because 1 times 100 is 100, divided by 5, because just so you remember, 1 times 100 is 100, 5 times 1 is 5. So 100 divided by 5 is 20. And that's 20%. So this is my answer. So if I bought a jacket for £50 and I sold it for £60, although I made a £10 profit, my percentage profit or loss was 20%. Okay, let's have a look at another example now. So my new price is 2,500. Old price is 4,000. Divided by the old price, 4,000. So 2,500 take away 4,000. I know some people think we can't do that, but we can. It's actually a negative number. So that's minus 1,500. Now don't worry too much about the negative number for the time being. We know it's a loss. Okay, so we're going to ignore the minus sign and just carry on. So like I said earlier, we're not going to multiply this by 100 just yet, because when we have too many zeros flying around, it makes it very complicated. But we know we have to multiply by 100 at some stage, so I'm going to write that there. We're going to simplify it first. So we can knock these zeros off, we end up with 15 over 40, that's minus 15 over 40. We can multiply by 100 now, but I know, because they both of these numbers end in a 5 and a 0, so we can, where these numbers are divisible by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 40 divided by 5 is 8. Can I simplify this anymore? The answer is no. Now I multiply by 100. Oops. So that gives me 300 over 8. I need to simplify this because that doesn't really tell me anything. So I can divide both by 2, or I can divide both by 4. So 300 divided by 4 is 75, and 8 divided by 4 is 2. So 75 divided by 2, it's minus 75 divided by 2, gives me minus 37.5%. So my profit or loss, this minus number here just means that it was a loss. So my profit or loss in this case, was 37.5% when I bought a car for £4,000 and stupidly sold it for 2,500. Okay, so now I'd like you to have a go We've got two sums here. We've got two examples. You buy a sweet for 12 pence and sell it to a friend for 21p. What is your percentage profit or loss? I've got the formula here for you. What I'd like you to do is work this one out first. Pause the video when I say so. Come back, check to make sure my method matches yours, and then have a go at this one. If you're really confident you know what you're doing, you can have a go at this one as well. Okay, but pause the video now, and I'll see you back when you're finished. Okay, let's work this one out now. So the first thing to do is to determine what's my new price, what's my old price. So I've bought sweets. I bought a sweet for 12 pence and I've sold it to my friend for 21p. So my new price is 21. My old price is 12 divided by my old price. So 21 take away 12 is 9 divided by 12. So I can divide the top number and the bottom number by 3. That gives me 3/4 times 100. There are two ways of answering this question here. I can do 3 times 100 divided by 4. That gives me 300 divided by 4. That gives me 150 divided by 2, because I can divide top and bottom by 2, and that gives me 75%. Or the alternative is just to know, well, 3/4 of 100 is 75 anyway. Okay, so my profit, because it's all positive numbers here, my profit is 75%. This is nothing to do with money, because so far the 2-3 examples we've looked at have all to do with percentage profit and loss. But I wanted to show you that you can that this formula can be used when money isn't involved. You just have to ignore the bit where it says price. So here we've got you again. You had 45 people at your party this year. Last year you had 60, so you were more popular last year. What percentage of friends have you lost? Obviously you've been charging them for money, so they're not your friend this year. So our new number is going to be 45, because that's this year. Okay, so new number is 45, the old one is 60, divide by 60. So I'm going to replace the word price with number. New number is 45, old number is 60, old number is 60, and I'm going to multiply this by 100. So 45 take away 60 is 15, divided by 60. As usual, we're not going to multiply by 100 just yet. We want to simplify it first. We can divide the top and the bottom number by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Again, I think we can simplify this more. We can divide the top and the bottom by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now we multiply by 100, because I can't, actually it should be minus here by the way, because I can't simplify this anymore. So 1/4 of 100 is 25. So I have lost, or you have lost in this example, 25% of your friends. Maybe you should start giving away your sweets for free, and next year you'll have more people at your party. So hopefully your method matched mine, and if it didn't, look at what I did, look at what you did, and as always, practice is the key. Thank you.